Throughout history, great men have emerged from the crucible of adversity, demonstrating remarkable resilience, courage, and determination in the face of daunting challenges. Their stories of triumph inspire us, serving as testaments to the indomitable human spirit and the capacity to rise above adversity. In this exploration of the human experience, we delve into the lives of extraordinary individuals whose journeys have left an enduring mark on the world. These stories of triumph remind us that greatness often emerges from adversity, and that even in our darkest moments there is hope, inspiration, and the potential for triumph. Today we will know about the some greatest man history, and briefly, let's start with a kind request. Please like and subscribe my channel. Winston Churchill, remembered for bulldog spirit. Sir Winston Leonard Spencer. Churchill, born 1874, Blenheim Palace, Oxfordshire, England, died 1965, London, was a British statesman, orator, and author who, as Prime Minister, 1940-45, 1951-55, rallied the British people during World War II and led his country from the brink of defeat to victory. Faced numerous setbacks and failures in his early career. Despite these challenges, he persevered, displaying unwavering resolve during one of the most critical periods in world history. Churchill's leadership and resilience in the face of adversity are emblematic of his bulldog spirit, proving that even in the darkest hours, triumph is possible. His quotes: "Success consists of going from failure to failure without loss of enthusiasm." Abraham Lincoln called his journey from log cabin to the White House. Abraham Lincoln, by name Honest Abe, the Rail Splitter or the Great Emancipator, born 1809 near Hodgenville, Kentucky, U.S., died 1865, Washington, D.C., 16th President of the United States, 1861-65, who preserved the Union during the American Civil War and brought about the emancipation of enslaved people in the United States. Among American heroes, Lincoln continues to have a unique appeal for his fellow countrymen and also for people of other lands. This charm derives from his remarkable life story, the rise from humble origins, the dramatic death, and from his distinctively human and humane personality, as well as from his historical role as savior of the Union and emancipator of enslaved people. His relevance endures and grows especially because of his eloquence as a spokesman for democracy. In his view, the Union was worth saving not only for its own sake, but because it embodied an ideal, the ideal of self-government. In recent years, the political side to Lincoln's character, and his racial views in particular, have come under close scrutiny as scholars continue to find him a rich subject for research. The Lincoln Memorial in Washington, D.C. was dedicated to him on May 30, 1922. His quotes: "My great concern is not whether you have failed, but whether you are content with your failure." Nelson Mandela, famous for the long walk to freedom. Nelson Mandela, in full Nelson Rolihlahla Mandela, by name Madiba, born July 18, 1918, Mvezo, South Africa, died 2013, Johannesburg, black nationalist and the first black president of South Africa, 1994-99. His negotiations in the early 1990s with South African President F.W. de Klerk helped end the country's apartheid system of racial segregation and ushered in a peaceful transition to majority rule. Mandela and de Klerk were jointly awarded the Nobel Prize for Peace in 1993 for their efforts. His quotes: "I learned that courage was not the absence of fear, but the triumph over it. The brave man is not he who does not feel afraid, but he who conquers that fear." Thomas Edison, famous contributor in illuminating the world. Thomas Edison, in full Thomas Alva Edison, born 1847, Milan, Ohio, U.S., died 1931, West Orange, New Jersey, American inventor who, singly or jointly, held a world record 1,093 patents. In addition, he created the world's first industrial research laboratory. Edison was the quintessential American inventor in the era of Yankee ingenuity. He began his career in 1863 in the adolescence of the telegraph industry, when virtually the only source of electricity was primitive batteries putting out a low-voltage current. Before he died in 1931, he had played a critical role in introducing the modern age of electricity. From his laboratories and workshops emanated the phonograph, the carbon button transmitter for the telephone speaker and microphone, the incandescent lamp, a revolutionary generator of unprecedented efficiency, the first commercial electric light and power system, an experimental electric railroad, and key elements of motion picture apparatus, as well as a host of other inventions. His quotes: "I have not failed. I've just found 10,000 ways that won't work." Mahatma Gandhi remembered the path of nonviolence. Mahatma Gandhi, by name of Mohandas Karamchand Gandhi, born 1869, Porbandar, India, died 1948, Delhi. Indian lawyer, politician, social activist, and writer who became the leader of the nationalist movement against the British rule of India. As such, he came to be considered the father of his country. Gandhi is internationally esteemed for his doctrine of nonviolent protest, satyagraha, to achieve political and social progress. In the eyes of millions of his fellow Indians, Gandhi was the Mahatma, great soul. The unthinking adoration of the huge crowds that gathered to see him all along the route of his tours made them a severe ordeal. He could hardly work during the day or rest at night. "The woes of the Mahatmas," he wrote, "are known only to the Mahatmas." His fame spread worldwide during his lifetime and only increased after his death. The name Mahatma Gandhi is now one of the most universally recognized on earth. His quotes: "You must be the change you want to see in the world." Martin Luther King Jr., called the dreamer of equality. Martin Luther King Jr., original name Michael King Jr., born 1929, Atlanta, Georgia, U.S., died 1968, Memphis, Tennessee, Baptist minister and social activist who led the civil rights movement in the United States from the mid-1950s until his death by assassination in 1968. His leadership was fundamental to that movement's success in ending the legal segregation of African Americans in the South and other parts of the United States. King rose to national prominence as head of the Southern Christian Leadership Conference, which promoted nonviolent tactics such as the Massive March on Washington, 1963, to achieve civil rights. He was awarded the Nobel Peace Prize in 1964. His quotes: "Darkness cannot drive out darkness. Only light can do that. Hate cannot drive out hate. Only love can do that." Elon Musk. Acknowledge the best innovators for modern time. Elon Musk, born 1971, Pretoria, South Africa. South African-born American entrepreneur who co-founded the electronic payment firm PayPal and formed SpaceX, maker of launch vehicles and spacecraft. He was also one of the first significant investors in, as well as chief executive officer of, the electric car manufacturer Tesla. In addition, Musk acquired Twitter, later X, in 2022. His quotes: "If something is important enough, even if the odds are against you, you should still do it." The stories of triumph explored in this journey through history illuminate the extraordinary capacity of great men to overcome adversity, inspire change, and leave a lasting legacy. From political leaders and inventors to advocates for justice and innovation, these individuals teach us that adversity is often the crucible in which greatness is forged. As we reflect on these stories of triumph, may we draw inspiration from the indomitable human spirit and the potential for triumph in our own lives. In the words of Theodore Roosevelt, "Far better it is to dare mighty things, to win glorious triumphs, even though checkered by failure, than to rank with those timid spirits who neither enjoy much nor suffer much, because they live in the gray twilight that knows neither victory nor defeat." May we all find the courage to dare mighty things, and in the face of adversity, triumph over challenges, and inspire others with our own stories of greatness.